Okay, it's Adam back here with week 2 of AER220. Hopefully your first week was enlightening and you enjoyed the discussion post as well as the material that you had to cover via the Jefferson Ground Schools. So it's important to know that this week you'll have 2 ground lessons online as well as 2 chapter sections that will supplement the ground lessons online. Your discussion post is going to be concerning an airport research project. Now, it recommends that you go to airportdata.com. I also encourage that maybe you take a look at ForeFlight and your edition of ForeFlight to learn more about the information that's provided via ForeFlight on an airport. I look forward to discussing with you guys on that online. So, for the material, you're going to review more of your instrument stuff. So that will include how the instruments work, concepts of the operation, when you have a mechanical instrument versus a digital instrument and what drives each of them, how the how the attitude indicator fails, as well as how the pitot tube becomes blocked, or how may the compass error affect headings. So hopefully when you went through the material previously, you paid special attention to that as I suggested you might. Then you're going to move on to one near and dear to me, which is attitude instrument flying. This is the basics of how to keep the top side up in an aircraft, and there's a couple different approaches to it. 2 of them that you're going to see is the control performance or the primary supporting methods. I myself am a fan of the control performance method, but really it just depends on the instructor on which way they like to address it. In the end, you end up keeping the top side up either way. But pay attention to the different methods and which method you think might be appropriate for the way that you learn. In the end, the most important part is the general concepts. Those lead into exactly how to keep the top side up in partial panel flight. So it's important to know the difference between the gyroscopic indicator versus the PFD and some of the solid state gyros that are included in a PFD. You might want to know a little bit about that. It's difficult to perform partial panel flight without understanding exactly what is hindered inside the aircraft as a result of losing some of these instruments. So I encourage you to pay special attention to that as well as take notes and reflect upon that as you go through the material. So of these sets of material, I think you're going to enjoy it, but I believe that the attitude instrument flying is going to help you prepare for what you're going to experience in the actual aircraft. And I think that when you pull the correct principles and concepts out of it, I think it's going to make your training faster, and I think it's going to become more efficient as well. And in the end, it's going to make you a safer pilot. So I think we can all agree that's the main goal. So that's it for week 2. I look forward to seeing you in the discussion posts. And please check in on occasion. Feel free to message me if you like. I can take messages, no problem at all. I'm mostly a digital kind of instructor. So if you want to contact me, that's the best way to get me. You could call me if you need to. If I'm up flying, obviously I won't be able to answer the phone though. But so week 2 proceeds, and I look forward to talking to you at the beginning of week 3.